Our tale of the tape.
Look at the record. Both guys experienced 14 knockouts for Rampage Jackson, 11 for Joey Beltran, but Rampage Jackson, those are one-punch knockouts. Joey Beltran wears guys down for the TKO, stylistically very different.
Back inside the Bellator cage now to Michael Williams.
Bellator MMA, along with Revel, Atlantic City now presents tonight's main event set for 3 5-minute rounds. And now, introducing first the red corner at 6'1", weighing in 208.5 pounds. As a professional, 14 victories, 9 defeats, fighting out of Carlsbad, California, Joey the Mexicutioner Beltran. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in at 210 pounds even. A 2-time world champion tonight. He makes his Bellator debut, bringing an impressive professional record of 32 victories, 11 defeats. Fighting out of Irvine, California, introducing Quinton Rampage Jackson. And the referee in charge of the action, Dan Mergliano.
All right, gentlemen, center. Guys, been to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. If not, no problem. It's up to you. Back in the corners. Let's go.
That was a quality stare down.
No glove touch with these guys.
Joey Beltran back in the Bellator cage to face that man, Rampage Jackson.
All right. Good. You ready, sir? You ready, sir? Let's go, fight.
Our main event is underway, round number 1. Rampage stepping in early. He's in the black trunks, Beltran in the red trunks.
Go his shorts, don't hold his shorts.
Bergliata telling Beltran, don't hold the shorts.
The balance here for Joey Beltran is he wants to put pressure on Rampage, wants to make him work, but cannot get into a brawl with Rampage.
Punches then on the outside back, big right hand from Beltran. Already, Jimmy, we see Rampage Jackson in stalking mode.
In stalking mode, has to keep his head moving. He's got to respect the punches of Joey Beltran.
Rampage telling Joey Beltran, come on.
Don't expect Beltran to do anything different.
Beltran on his bike early. Looks to set his own rhythm, not the rhythm of Rampage Jackson.
He knows it's suicide to just stand in front of Rampage. He's gonna dance, he's gonna move, look for the counter shot. If there's been a weakness to Rampage's style in the past, he's been a very hard puncher, but his footwork isn't always the best. A lot of times he follows guys around rather than cutting off the cage.
Rampage snapping the jab. Beltran not getting through with those punches. 3 minutes remaining, round number 1.
Good head movement so far from Rampage.
Kick from Rampage. Kick partially caught. Beltran coming forward. Into the tie plug. Lost it.
Wouldn't surprise me, it's a big part of Beltran's training is clinch up with Rampage, wear him out, drag him into the later rounds.
Knee to the body from Rampage Jackson. Heavy pressure, Jimmy, from Joey Beltran. Lefts to the body from Beltran.
What he wants to do, put pressure on him, short shots, avoid the exchanges, get into rounds 2 and 3.
Beltran now driving Rampage back. Beltran throwing high volume of strikes. Measured pace definitely from Beltran thus far.
That's what he wants. This is his kind of pace. Going forward, pressure on his opponent. Rampage has to get off the fence to use that power.
Well, Rampage talked about a lightning strike win. Beltran talked about wearing down Rampage Jackson. That was his key to victory.
Rampage said he's physically 100%. The fighters are outstanding liars.
Beltran again driving Rampage back. Not giving him any space. Final minute now, round number 1.
Joey Beltran is the kind of guy, if you're not in good shape, if there's something wrong, if you didn't train for a long, difficult fight, you'll find out. He loves the deep water.
Knee to the body from Rampage. Right to the body from Beltran. Left to the body. Clever turn from Rampage Jackson. Beltran backs off. Center of the Bellator cage.
Nice left hook. I think that's Rampage's most dangerous punch, is that left hook right over the top of the guard.
Rampage swinging big now, knee to the body. Counter knee from Joey Beltran. Huge right hand, and that is it! Perhaps 1 second before the end of round 1. And TKO win for Rampage Jackson in his Bellator debut.
What did I say about that left hook? That's what started it. Rampage got him hurt and never let him off the hook.
459.
And a ton of one-punch power there.
We'll check the official time. I believe that will clock at 4:59 of round 1.
That was right before the end of the round. And then Beltran saying, I didn't go down, and Rampage saying, you went down. Man, it's exactly what he wanted. Take a look, let's see for ourselves. Puts him against the fence. Working the body, and then bang, left hook right on the chin, right on top of that, right hook to the head. And Beltran went down. Let's take another look at it. Left hook right in, yeah, he just flops down. I think that's a good stoppage by Dan Miragliotta, and that's exactly what Rampage Jackson was looking for.
Dan Miragliotta saw Beltran drop, knew he was in trouble, did not care about the time remaining. Safety first. He saw the right hand land unabated to Beltran's head and stepped in. You see the frustration, the disappointment on the face of Joey Beltran. Here's Michael Williams.
The end comes officially 4 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 1. The winner by knockout, Quinton Rampage Jackson.
You see the winner by knockout, 4:59. Let's go to Jimmy.
Rampage.
Man, give me this mic. I'm sorry. Give me this mic. I'm so excited. I'm back. Been trying to tell y'all. Y'all gonna see more knockouts. More people will get messed up. Everybody in my weight class better be shaking in their boots.
Rampage, a lot of fighters as experienced as you don't come in and talk about what they have left to prove. What did you prove tonight with the way you finished this fight? Tell me, man.
Hey, I proved that I still got it. If I can train hard, I can deliver hard. I want to take this time to thank all my coaches, man. And all my fans that believed in me. But I'm telling you, my coaches, they knew what I was going through. Dave Jackson, Tom Blackledge, Antonio McKee, He's one of the reasons why what y'all gonna see coming up. I'm finna start back slamming folks. Everybody better get ready. I got Gavin Stewart, one of my sparring partners, and I got Bolo. Man, y'all have no idea what's finna go on. I'm back.
Well, I want to say for everybody at Bellator, welcome back. Rampage Jackson, great having you back, my man.
I'm happy to be back. I want to say, my family, I miss y'all, Yuki and the kids. I love all y'all. My family in Memphis, I love everybody. Thank you for all my fans who still believe in me, still support me. I'm gonna start back training real hard. Y'all get ready.
Let's hear it for Quinton Rampage Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
We talked about the weight difference. Cristiano Mpumbu on the scale, no weight cut, 199.8. Rampage Jackson, after a serious cut, 206. He walks around heavyweight size.
It's our main event. Let's get it started with Michael Williams.
Live on Spike, Bellator MMA along with Mohegan Sun, where it's your time to shine. Now present the main event of the evening, a light heavyweight semifinal in the toughest tournament in sports. Sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Chairman is Kevin Brown. Supervising cage side, Mike Mazzulli and Mike Murtha. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator MMA. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And now, set for 3 5-minute rounds, introducing the red corner. At 6'3", weighing in at 199.8 pounds, the former Bellator World Champion tonight returns with 18 professional victories, 5 defeats, and 1 draw. He hails from Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, presenting Christian Tantan Mpumbu. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in at 206 pounds. Tonight, making his Bellator tournament debut, the 2-time world champion brings an outstanding professional record of 33 victories, 11 defeats. Fighting out of Irvine, California, introducing Rampage Jackson. And the referee in control of the action, Big John McCarthy.
Jimmy, your keys to victory are presented by Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
Cristian Mpumbu needs to stay mobile, work the jab, stay on the outside. Rampage Jackson, get inside. Use that physical advantage he has. He's got more power, he's got to use it.
Cristian Mpumbu
Here we go.
versus Quinton Rampage Jackson, the winner through to the light heavyweight tournament final. Round number 1. And a fast start coming out from Rampage. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
He's in stalking mode already. Don't expect Cristian Mpumbu to bite on that and slug it out with Rampage. He's going to move, stay on the outside, use his footwork. Cristian Mpumbu does have his own knockout power. Very accurate, very powerful right hand. Knocked out Rich Hale, knocked out Tim Carpenter.
Mpumbu said, the advantage that I have above all else is my speed. He then said, I'm going to dance until I land the big knockout shot.
What Rampage has to do is use his footwork to cut off the cage. Can't stalk, can't go straight after Cristian Mpumbu. Use that boxing footwork to corral him, then unload.
Rampage in stalking mode. Mpumbu on his bicycle. For the second time already in this fight, Rampage gives Mpumbu the come on, let's go signal. Mpumbu gave it back to him last time, but not this time. Contrast in styles, obviously, contrast in body types.
Oh, nice right hand over the top. That hurt him, Mpumbu.
Rampage getting inside effectively with those punches.
Rampage had a lot of trouble with his knees. Quinton Mpumu knows he can make him follow him, maybe wear them out, make him angle coming after him.
Clever turn by Mpumu. Turn right back from Rampage Jackson.
What Quinton Mpumu wants to do is make Rampage answer the questions he didn't answer in the Joey Beltran fight. Can he win a long fight? Can he win a fight in which the opponent doesn't stand in front of him and trade punches? So Quinton Mpumu is going to be very cautious in this first round. Use a lot of mobility.
Knees from Quinton Mpumu. John McCarthy saying, work it out. Growing a bit impatient. I think Rampage Jackson's growing a bit impatient as well, Jimmy.
Quinton might just play it safe in this first round. Try and turn it on. Second round, third round.
Just saw the restart from John McCarthy. Trying to pump his jab.
Mpumu yet to land an effective punch.
Jack's not fully committing to that lead left hook. Final minute, round number 1. Light heavyweight tournament semifinal round, our main event of the evening. Outside kick, not much on that. Saw Rampage walking right through it, Jimmy. Getting in stalking mode.
Quinton Mpumu pawing with that jab, but not unloading with it.
It was really more of a slip.
It was a slip, but this is not where he wants to be against Rampage.
And he's out! There's the stoppage on the big right hands from John McCarthy. And now look at Rampage Jackson in the face of Quinton Mpumu.
Quinton Mpumu is protesting, but he was out.
The sequence started on the slip, but Rampage pounced and finished with the right hand.
Short strikes, did not take any reach at all. No range, short punches put him out. Rampage still upset.
John McCarthy, as you just saw, pulling off Rampage Jackson. Still had more left for Quinton Mpumu after that knockout win. Let's show you the end of the fight. It's brought to you by DirecTV, our DirecTV replay.
Started with the slip here. He threw a kick. Short punch by Rampage, put him on the floor, and look at this. Short right hands, that was all it took. The head went back, eyes went back, that was it. Short shots right on the chin. Quinton Mpumu right now, eyes wide shut, has no idea what's going on. That's a clean knockout. Good stoppage by John McCarthy. He woke up again as soon as John McCarthy tackled Rampage, but that makes no difference. He was out.
See the position of Mpubu's head arcing backwards? And then the talk from Rampage Jackson after the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 34 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout now, a light heavyweight tournament finalist, Rampage Jackson.
You saw Rampage Jackson graciously then going over to Quinton Mpumu. Definitely has settled down. He's now with Jimmy Smith.
You're not getting my mic this time, Rampage.
You didn't get it to me last time.
I've seen you emotional after a lot of fights. Never like that. Tell me how that knockout felt, man.
Listen, these guys, they think I'm finished. He said he's gonna retire me. I took that personal. Bellator, y'all don't know what y'all messing with. I'm a monster. I'm taking everybody out. Anybody stepping in this cage, they going to sleep. You next, you next, You next. Man, I'm the man of Bellator now. I took your spot.
That's your tournament final at 205, almost starting early. Rampage Jackson and King Mo. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Fireworks for Quinton Rampage Jackson as he knocks out Christian Pumbu. And then fireworks as he confronts that man, King Mo, his opponent, in the Season 10 light heavyweight tournament final.
Very different demeanor right now. King Mo bouncing around. Rampage is ice cold.
Dave and Buster's brings you our tale of the tape for this main event fight. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
Look at the significant 6-inch reach advantage for King Mo. Can he keep the hard-hitting Rampage Jackson on the outside?
The talking is over. Time to fight. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Landers Center, Bellator MMA now presents live on pay-per-view the main event of the evening, the light heavyweight final in the toughest tournament in sports. Brought to you tonight by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator MMA. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And now, introducing first the red corner. At 6 foot, weighing in 205.6 pounds, the former Bellator tournament winner and world title challenger tonight stands with 12 professional victories, 3 defeats. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, introducing King Mo. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 foot 1, weighing in 205.9 pounds. The two-time world champion tonight in his first Bellator tournament final brings an impressive professional record, 34 victories, 11 defeats, fighting out of Irvine, California, originally hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, introducing Rampage Jackson. In charge of the action, your referee, Big John McCarthy.
The back, protect yourself at all times, and obey my commands at all times. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good, step back. Good luck.
Jimmy, your keys to victory are presented by Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
For King Mo, mix up the takedowns and the punches, throw jabs and angle. We talked about that reach advantage for Rampage Jackson. Use his power punches and the save your gas for the later rounds. He's had first-round knockouts in Bellator. Can he be effective rounds 2 and 3?
John McCarthy said if you want to touch gloves, do so now. Both men walked away without touching gloves.
And nobody expected that.
All right, here we go.
Big John just being polite.
You ready? Let's get it on.
The bell in round number 1. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, the light heavyweight tournament final, and immediately a takedown from King Mo.
No surprise there that he went for it that quickly.
Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
And they are talking trash on the ground, or at least Rampage is.
King Mo in the black trunks, Rampage Jackson in the black and camouflage trunks.
Not a good sign how easy that was.
The guard now from Rampage Jackson, now closes guard.
Rampage not often in this position. He wants to get space and explode. And easy guard pass now for King Mo. A lot of hit pressure by Mo. They're right in front of us.
Saw King Mo controlling the outside leg. Rampage back to his feet. Into the body.
Once
Once again, going for that single leg, head on the inside. This time he hunts for the other ankle.
For the ankle pick, and he gets the takedown. See Jackson sitting up, holding the overhook.
And it's not just about getting his ground and pound going on top. It's also about dragging Rampage into deep water. It's great to be a knockout guy, 2 quick finishes in Bellator, but he hasn't had that long, grueling fight in a long time.
King Mo staying sticky, knee to the thigh. More big knees to the thigh of Rampage Jackson.
Don't grab it, there you go.
Level change from King Mo, and again he hits the takedown.
Man, relentless with the takedown. It's that second and third effort that's making the difference. Pro Rampage crowd is booing for a stand-up.
Can you see Mo controlling the ankle? Short knees now from King Mo.
It's a standard wrestling position. Not putting the hooks in, he's trying to ride him out.
Rampage back to his feet. 90 seconds remaining, round number 1.
Rampage has to get off the fence, has to get the space to land those power shots, and he has it now.
Rampage Jackson now coming forward. Big swing and a miss from Jackson. Stiff left jab. Feint on the shot from King Mo.
Rampage very low, being very cautious.
Rampage landed that.
Does not want to get taken down again. Very aggressive in his last 2 fights, but those were guys he didn't have to worry about taking him down. He could throw and not worry about the double leg. Cannot do that against Mo.
Hands high from King Mo, moving backwards.
Big mistake, wide punch. King Mo really committing to those punches.
Body kick from King Mo. See Rampage Jackson coming forward, trying to cut the angle, closing seconds. There's the bell, the end of round 1.
Takedowns with the story of the first round. Look at the single leg, dumped him. The others were against the fence, starting out with the single leg, switching to the double. Here, another power double leg, head right in the center of Rampage's chest.
Go, you ready? You ready? Let's get it on.
Jimmy, round 1 for you on your scorecard.
10-9 King Mo. Rampage was starting to get back in it at the end of the round, but most of the round belonged to the takedown of Mo.
The winner of this fight claims this Bellator light heavyweight tournament.
The ground strikes landed 15-0 in favor of King Mo. No surprise there.
Rampage acted as though that may have clipped the cup. Arthi Asman V was all right, keeps fighting.
That left hook did catch him. Mo hasn't really found his rhythm on the feet. Been doing well with the takedowns. And as Rampage gets more slippery later in the fight, takedowns get much harder to pull off. Looks like King Mo's already cut over his left eye. See Rampage loading up the right hand. Oh, good left hook. This is the range Rampage wanted, coming in with short hooks.
Body lock now from Mo. Turn.
Rampage felt the ease of King Mo's takedown. In this round, King Mo has felt the power in Rampage's hands. And he's fighting hard for that takedown.
Well defended from Rampage Jackson. Again, Jimmy, Rampage coming forward in the stand-up.
Cuts to a punch.
King Mo's left eye leaking blood.
I'm impressed with the jab of Rampage. It snapped Mo's head back more than once. That left eye is a mess. And it's letting Rampage box a lot more efficiently. He doesn't have to throw big power shots every time. He can stay behind his jab. King Mo needs this takedown.
Wide defensive base from Rampage Jackson. Again, the level change from King Mo. Still looking for the takedown. Still can't find it. Good takedown defense, Jimmy, from Rampage.
Staying heavy on the hips. And as I said, as they get more slippery, takedowns get much harder to pull off. This cost King Mo a lot of energy. This is what he does in most fights. Rampage uses his takedown, his experience defensively.
Clever turn to the back by King Mo. Back to work on the thighs with the short knees. Boy, right hand from Rampage.
Come on, work it out, let's go.
Call for action from John McCarthy.
Rampage lifted up his hands like, hey, it's not my problem. Go ahead and separate us. He's been doing damage on the feet.
Grinding forward and tight with the top of his head. Perfectly legal, trying to get in tight.
All his talk about stopping Rampage, he hasn't landed the significant shots, but that was a good left to the chin.
Left started that sequence for King Mo. Jump knee misses.
It's been more of a wrestling match for King Mo, a boxing match for Rampage. A good head movement by Rampage. Easy takedown that time by King Mo, but not a lot of time left in the round.
Now 30 seconds remaining, round number 2 of this light heavyweight tournament final.
Yeah, he's got to do a lot to win back this round. That was a knee to the body. That was legal.
Jackson back to his feet. See the blood, the heavy swelling above and below King Mo's left eye. Good uppercut landed by Rampage. That is the end of round number 2.
Rampage aggressive in this round. Behind the jab, throwing power punches. Great look at the eye of King Mo. It's cut, it is swollen. At the end of the round, nice leaping left hook by King Mo. But the majority of the power shots in that second round landed by Rampage.
Our Bellator girls, Mercedes Trail, Jade Bryce, letting us know the third and final round is upon us. This is our main event of the evening. The winner claims this light heavyweight tournament and a world title shot versus Bellator's reigning light heavyweight world champion, Emmanuel Newton. Jimmy, how do you have it through 2 rounds?
All tied up. I give the last round to Rampage 10-9. Whoever wins this round wins the fight on my scorecard. Not that the judges always agree with me. Keep that in mind.
The fighter's throwing on the inside. Hands high for King Mo.
The takedown of King Mo has made Rampage efficient with his boxing. He doesn't want to throw a lot of wild punches, a lot of power shots, and let King Mo get inside and take him down.
Nice left hook from Rampage Jackson. It's a level change, well defended from Rampage. Knee to the body from King Mo.
Mo trying to put Rampage up against the fence. Switching to the single leg, looking to turn and dump him. Rampage going over the top. Switches to the single leg on the other side. Great transitional wrestling, and he gets it.
Sucks in the ankle, gets the takedown.
Question is, can Rampage explode and get back to his feet in this 3rd round? He spent a lot of energy in this fight. Might just hold on and wait for a stand-up, but that kills a lot of time.
Getting late in this fight. 3:05 now remaining, 3rd and final round. King Mo driving in and grinding with the forearm, the left elbow. Hammer fist with the right hand.
Come on, let's work.
McCarthy just called for action.
King Mo not able to land any significant,
Let's go.
significant strikes from on top. Good turn by Rampage. He's got to explode back to his feet.
Following him through King Mo.
One of my keys to the fight for Rampage, save some gas for the late rounds. He needs it right now.
Rampage Jackson back to his feet.
Mo didn't do any damage, but he held Rampage down. He cannot spin this round on the bottom. And he's after King Mo again.
Center of the Bellator cage. Lead left jab misses from King Mo. That right hand misses. Seeing that stance, Jimmy, Rampage Jackson loading up the right hand.
Evans also flicking that jab very well. He has throughout this fight. He's done less of it in this 3rd round, though. I think he needs to go back to it.
Another shot from King Mo.
You cannot afford to give up another takedown. He's had some success on the feet, but Rampage takes him down, stays on top.
Come on, work it out.
It's not going to be good for his chances with the judges.
Minute 15 of the biggest grudge match in MMA. Final minute of this light heavyweight tournament final. A world title shot to the winner. King Mo lets go of the body lock. There's the separation, the restart from John McCarthy. To the home stretch now. Rampage just missing with that uppercut.
Oh, nice left hook. Nice uppercut.
That uppercut landed. Counter snap jab from King Mo. Full stocking mode for Rampage Jackson. Looking for one more big shot before the bell. And that is the end of the fight.
Good job, good job, good job.
And they're still talking at each other.
Here against the fence, coming off a nice knee. And Rampage trying to get those short punches going. King Mo very elusive at the end of that fight. A lot of head movement. He had tasted the power of Rampage. He wanted none of it in that third round. But King Mo did score a couple takedowns. Was it enough?
They are still talking. Can they have to be separated? Jimmy, how do you have this after 3 rounds?
I have it 2-1 for Rampage. Thought he took rounds 2 and 3. Mo got a couple takedowns in round 3, but I thought Rampage did more damage with his striking than Mo did with his ground and pound after that takedown, but we'll see if the judges agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage at tonight's Bellator pay-per-view, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges cage side, Rob Hines, Kelly Leo, and Todd Anderson, all scored the fight exactly the same at 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision. Now, the winner of the light heavyweight tournament, earning his world title shot, Rampage Jackson.
The Landers Center explodes. Rampage Jackson, victory number 35 of his outstanding MMA career, and he claims this light heavyweight tournament. And still they talk.
It was way either way. You did better than you expected to do.
No, I got no beat no.
But then go look at your face.
It don't matter.
Go look at your face.
We all know who won. We all know
You
who
put
won.
me down, you didn't do nothing with the
We all know who won.
Rematch.
We all know who won.
Rematch.
We all know who won.
Rematch.
You know who won, John. I know who won.
Let's go to Jimmy Smith.
You guys are talking at the end of the fight. You're talking now. Is your opinion of King Mo the same as it was before this fight, man? What's going on?
Keep it 100. He did better than I thought he was going to do. I got to give it up to King Mo. He a worthy warrior. But he came right out the back and took me down just like I thought he would, but still caught me by surprise. But rematch. I'm not happy with my victory tonight, guys. I wanted to knock King Mo out. Who want to see King Mo get knocked out? Rematch. Beyond Randy, I want a rematch. I want to knock King Mo out. I don't want to be satisfied if he's down on his Bellator mat sleeping.
Well, I have to find out about that from King Mo. King Mo, how do you feel about a rematch?
Bjorn, you know what's up, man. Yo, dick riding ass. You know I won that fucking fight. You smiling and shit. You know I won that fight. Nah. Rampage, nothing against you. Well, I beat you though, dog. You know it. Your corner know it. I won that fight. And Bjorn, no dick riding ass. Hey, cut me then if you don't like me. You know I won that fight, Bjorn.
We'll see if a rematch will happen. Let's give it up. Rampage, this Memphis crowd behind you, man, how much did that mean to you?
It meant everything to me. I never felt so much pressure in my life before one of my fights. I was super nervous. Thanks, Memphis, for supporting me. I'm going to ask Bjorn if we could come back and do the rematch at the FedEx Forum. Who would like that? I'm going to ask Bjorn. Bjorn is my man. Me and Bjorn are cool. He the man. He the coolest guy in MMA. Bellator, we finna take over the whole MMA scene. But hey, I got to say something. Tonight, I dedicate this fight to my high school wrestling coach, Peter Bojo. He passed away about a month ago. He was supposed to be here at my fight. And I apologize, Coach, that I didn't pull off the type of wrestling that you wanted me to pull off. But I still dedicate this fight to you, Coach. I love you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Then I want to thank the mayor of Memphis. He made today, Rampage Day. That's a big honor for me. I'm gonna put the plaque right next to my key that I got back in '07. And I want to thank my mom and her friends at Baptist Surgery. My mom, I love your mama, Lucille Harris. I want everybody to come get drunk with me tonight at the Pony on Winchester. Monster Energy Drink, thank you for riding with me. Osiris Shoes, I love all my sponsors. Triumph United, we doing this thing. Let me check my list, see if I forgot anybody. The mayor, fight for my clothes. Yeah, join me at the Pony, y'all. Join me at the Pony. At the Pony.
Give it up for Rampage Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. It ain't the years, honey, it's the mileage. 9 years older, Rampage Jackson, and a lot more fights than Satoshi Ishii, but he still has power in his hands.
Main event time at Dynamite 2, Michael C. Williams style. Bellator Dynamite 2 live from the Scott Trade Center. Tonight's main event, 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing the blue corner first. At 5'11", weighing in 222.8 pounds. Making his Bellator and U.S. debuts, he brings 14 professional victories, 5 defeats. Originally from Japan, he now fights out of Leiden, South Holland, Netherlands, presenting Satoshi Ishii. And across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, at 6'1", weighing in 224.9 pounds, the former world champion tonight returns to the Bellator cage with an impressive 36 professional victories, along with 11 defeats. Fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, he hails from Memphis, Tennessee, introducing Rampage Jackson. In charge of the action, your referee, Mike England.
Right here, guys, right here, center of the ring, center of the ring. Okay, fellas, I gave you instructions in the dressing room. You got any questions, sir? You got any questions? Touch them up right here. God bless you, come out fighting.
Goosebumps.
Are you ready, sir? Are you ready, sir? Let's fight.
This is not the Rampage who's joking at the weigh-in. Different guy altogether, has been all day.
Ishii has spent so much time with Gegard Mousasi. Look over hoping to work on that striking. Mousasi, a huge part of his life. Named his son after him. He's the godfather of his son.
No surprise here. Satoshi Ishii doesn't want to get inside until he's ready to throw.
And again, the duality of Rampage Jackson. The stereotype constantly coming forward, wild, out of control. Against King Mo, he fought a smart, cerebral fight.
The thing is, Rampage has to be ready for this kind of attack. Playing from the outside, he can't let it get him frustrated. About fight IQ and training with Gegard Mousasi as Satoshi Ishii. That guy has an extremely high fight IQ. He didn't train him to go in there and trade punches with Rampage. Kick on the outside, wear him down, chop down the tree.
Rampage camp, one of the great young wrestler Jake Waste, and he simulated Ishii with the judo and wrestling all throughout camp.
Inside trip, beautiful. Exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Rampage wasn't quite around for that 70s show, but his show started in the late 90s when he made his MMA debut. That's a fantasy fight for a lot of people, Rampage and Tito. About Wanderlei Silva, who Rampage Jackson knocked out. You'll see there's a few feet behind me.
Yeah, Wanderlei knocked him out a couple times. Those were wars, all three of them.
Very early in that Pride career. Rampage, the Sakuraba fight, and the way we're talking about it, you think it was a great victory, but you have to understand Japanese MMA. He lost that fight, but the performance put him on the map and made him a rock star immediately.
Yeah, it was dangling Sakuraba over the ropes, threatening to throw him out of the ring. Japanese fans love that.
In the last 11 years, Rampage Jackson has only been stopped once. That was by a guy
named John Jones, and that was in round 4.
Incredibly hard to finish, incredibly strong. Remember, this fight at heavyweight, not at light heavyweight. He's got a big guy on top of him, a guy who knows how to use his weight, his pressure. Hunt for the Kimura. He's got to roll and engages kicks, and he lets it go. He knew it wasn't there. That's what experience is all about.
Rampage stayed calm all throughout, waiting for his opportunity to regain his feet.
Another nice throw. Rampage is very difficult to take down, and Satoshi Ishii has already done it twice.
Ishii diving in, and that is how our night at Dynamite 2 began, with Matt Mitrione scoring a come-from-behind knockout win. A very similar shot walking away from Carl Manatafa.
14 fights for Ishii, 7 finishes, 6 by submission. He knows what he's doing on the ground. Whenever you roll with a high-level judo fighter, I hate the term judo player, so I'll say judo fighter, is, you know, great base. They know what to do with their weight, great submission defense. They know where to put every pound they have.
The veteran Rampage walks the fence to regain his feet. And now starts to throw. Good first round for Satoshi Ishii. When Rampage first made his appearance, people were still watching Barney and friends. Barney didn't give us very much, but Barney did give us Demi Lovato. We'll talk about rock stars that are here in the building tonight.
Rampage still claiming the center of the cage. Satoshi Ishii working the outside. He's out until he's all the way in. He cannot stay in the mid-range with Rampage. He's not doing it. Fighting a disciplined fight. Talked about it in the beginning. Japanese discipline. He's got that in spades.
Rampage tried to sneak in with the uppercut. Again, Ishii going for the trip, but now he wasn't nearly in position to get it. And you can see Rampage starting to ratchet it up now.
Rampage going for a quick takedown. Went briefly for the double leg. We almost never see that.
And Ishii again for the 3rd time. He hasn't been able to do much with it, but he's been effective at getting Rampage Jackson down to the ground, which I assume was enough for you to give him round 1.
Yeah, getting round 1, 10-9. Like you said, not doing a ton with it. I mean, everyone needs to pick that up because referees and crowds, they get less patient.
Don't hook your toes, okay? Tell him, don't watch your back of the head. Don't hook your toes in the cage.
Is it me or is Rampage breathing a little heavy? It was early in this fight.
Remember, he's carrying more weight than he normally would, and it's a much bigger guy on top of him than he normally deals with.
Back of the head. Don't do it again.
Single leg positions, he had trouble drawing that leg in. Nice move by Rampage. He has to create that middle distance. In close like this, chest to chest, he has to work a Muay Thai clinch, has to work his elbows, a short range game, or else he's going to get taken down again.
A lot of people are glued to the TV when Rampage Jackson is on it. One of them is our very own Corey Brady, who is invaluable in his help researching, getting us ready for these fights. He became a dad this week. Both of his daughter, Emma Rose, we're thinking about you, Ben.
Oh, spinning back fist.
If he had a little more distance.
Off on the range, though, a little too close. Well, This is more the kind of fight Rampage wants. Being able to land some stuff from the clinch, prevent the takedown. And a hard one to score. Rampage has done a little better work with the clinch, but Satoshi Ishii got that one takedown. See who turns it up with a minute and a half left.
Saw Satoshi Ishii for Rising in December. He got knocked out by Yuri Prochazka in the first round of that tournament, very early stoppage. Ishii, we talk about now MMA and free agency, and the big story in 2016. Ishii was a huge free agent after the Olympics in 2008. And has been the tradition in Japanese MMA. He didn't start slow.
No, they throw you to the wolves right from the beginning out there. They don't throw you any softballs. Fought Fedor Emelianenko, Mirko Krokop twice. Unbelievable. Paulo Filho, Pedro Rizzo, Jeff Monson, big names.
The Yoshida fight was his debut on New Year's Eve 2009. They just point you to the door. Right this way, young man. And you walk out and you're on a ramp, walking down the main event. Saitama.
Come on, stay busy.
Rampage is doing much better work on the inside in this round. He's landed some good knees, uppercuts. He's been able to prevent that takedown of Ishii.
Defense does not necessarily win you the round. This is a tough second round to score, as you said.
Time!
All even through two.
Have it all even through two. Again, Rampage round two. Landed some more significant strikes in the clinch. Only one takeout from Ishii. They didn't do a lot with.
Watching this not only on Spike, but it's being streamed around the world. And with the time change, Saturday morning in Japan. And this is a must-see moment. Rampage back where he was at the start of the fight, trying to goad Ishii to walk into trouble. Tonight, Michael Chandler, a first-round knockout. He become the lightweight world champion again. Matt Mitrione, a first-round knockout. And the matchup with Ali Thompson, July 16th in London, assuming all medicals obviously are cleared. Rampage Jackson in a tight one now with Satoshi Ishii.
And that's why I gave him round two.
That uppercut got through.
Uppercuts, knees. That one landed with authority.
Three times in this fight, Ishii has been able to secure a trip, twice in the first round and early in the second. But the longer the fight has gone on, the better Rampage has looked.
And single legs trying to control the head. The problem is the attack of Ishii in this position a lot of times nullifies the attack of Rampage Jackson. He spends a lot of time defending the takedown. Been effective in spurts from the clinch, but hasn't really been able to get his offense going. He's worried about this position, worried about getting thrown.
Both of these men have been in the deep water with some of the legendary names in the history of the game. No stranger to main events, but either no stranger to the final minutes of a main event.
Outside trip, couldn't get it. It's the last place he wants to be against Rampage.
Stay busy, says Mike Ingram.
You can see Rampage is tired. Ishii trying to control that head, keep the posture low. Rampage did a good job of working the ribs. Opening up the attack to the right hand. Ishii, no submission attempts from his back, not walking his legs up, just holding on right now.
225 pounds behind that forearm coming down on his neck. Ishii knows he has to get out of there. He's trying.
In sweeping position, but man, you want to commit that right arm. Makes it hard to defend punches, and he throws that left.
Rampage looking for that finishing flurry. A very close fight in this main event, up for grabs as we head towards minute 15.
We'll have a reverse armbar for a second. Hips were not in the right position for Ishii. The problem with the scramble and creating space is it gives Rampage room to punch. Rampage not letting Ishii off the hook.
That one got through. Rampage smells an opportunity, trying to set Ishii up.
He's in on the double leg. Will he commit to it? Switching to the single. Lets it go.
Does he want the distance here in the last 30 seconds?
Might just want to hold on. I think he's got this round. I know we've seen worse judging decisions, but doesn't want to go for it and risk something. Ishii looks exhausted.
Strong start for Satoshi Ishii, but the tide of this one turned early in round number 2. And did Rampage do enough to come from behind? What did we talk about, Jimmy? The duality of Rampage Jackson. The character, the caricature, and the smart, professional, cerebral fighter, and that's the one we saw in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, he fought a very smart performance. Understood there was going to be a close range fight. Had to kind of switch gears. I think he did that effectively.
Let's find out, did Rampage do enough? Michael C. Williams is about to tell us.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage, will go to your 3 cage-side judges. Your first judge, Sal Diamato, scores the fight 29-28. He's got it for Jackson. Your second judge, Ross Swanberg, sees it 29-28, scoring it for Ishii. Your third and final judge at cage-side, Robin Veal, scores the fight 30-27, seeing it for the winner by split decision, Rampage Jackson.
Rampage survives with 1 judge's card.
Take a look at those records, 37-13, 35-13. You have 2 legends in this cage that have been and done it all.
Referee Mike Beltran will oversee this Legends battle.
Obey my commands at all times. Touch goes now if you want. Very well. The sound of the bell coming up.
No touching of the gloves.
Well, there was a moment there. Just a moment.
All the way back. Back.
Rampage Jackson's 7th fight at heavyweight. Wanderlei Silva has been at heavyweight before, fighting the likes of Mark Hunt. And, of course, the last time he was knocked out by Mirko Krokop in the Pride Openweight Grand Prix. But here we go. A rivalry that has spanned 15 years. Will it end tonight?
Both of these guys have always hated fighting wrestlers. And so I doubt we're going to see a whole lot of takedowns in this fight. I think they're going to stand in the center and they're going to sling, and we're going to see who's going to come out on top.
Rampage Jackson in the red gloves, Silva in the blue gloves. Silva had the longest undefeated streak in Pride FC history at 22-20, hold the record for most knockouts in Pride FC history.
You're seeing Wanderlei actually throw a straight jab, which is, it's getting through Jackson's guard.
minute gone in round one. Both of them having been defeated by one of our analysts, Chael Sonnen, who of course will face Fedor Emelianenko after beating Quinton Rampage Jackson in the opening round of the heavyweight Grand Prix. And Silva winging that overhand right.
And I was waiting, there's gotta be a moment, you know Wanderlei cannot hold back. He's like a kid at a candy store. He's got to throw those winging shots.
Silva losing his Bellator debut to Sonnen. Silva with 35 MMA wins, 25 of those via knockout, and he's tagged by Jackson. And Jackson leaning in on Silva. Jackson with 18 of his 37 victories coming via his power.
Power does not go away, and Quinton Jackson will always possess in both hands just dynamite. Good inside knee by Wanderlei.
Silva trying to deliver a knee on the exit. Under 3 minutes down remaining in the first round. And the first meeting in the final of the Pride Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. There was middleweight there. Knee knockout. Then, Halloween night 2004, Jackson fought much better, but Silva still knocked him out with a knee. Jackson's body over the middle rope, blood cascading from his forehead on the canvas, and then at almost, what is it now? 10 years, the knockout in the UFC fight.
Both of them, if you look at both of them, Mauro, that knockout at Jackson was one of the most devastating knockouts you have ever seen, and the same in return when Quinton put Wanderlei out.
Right hand by Silva, again a windmill right hand.
And even in that victory when Quinton lost in that second fight, even though it was a knee that we all looked at, Quinton said it was his hands that hurt me. It didn't matter about the knees.
Past the midpoint of the opening round. There's a jab by Silva. Silva already with a mouse underneath the right hand. Again, that overhand windmill right hand by Silva. Jackson closes the gap, pins him along the fence.
And well, what you're looking at is Quinton, you know, when he knocked out Wanderlei, it was that windmill overhand right that he tucked and rolled through, brought up the left hook, and landed a clean shot. That's what Quinton is still looking for when Wanderlei is throwing that big looping right.
Since their last encounter, Jackson has fought 14 times. And again, closing the gap, knee by Jackson as he pushes Silva to the fence in the final minute of the opening frame. Silva guaranteed that this fight will end in a finish. And he predicted that he would knock out Rampage Jackson.
Silva trying to use a plumb on to pull Jackson's head down, didn't work at all. That's the strength of Quinton Jackson's side.
Exchange here with 20 seconds.
Oh, big shot. Quinton landed a big shot on him. That's why Wanderlei's moving.
Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Jackson saying, hey, meet me in the center of the cage. Let's do this.
All right, gentlemen, second round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Go.
And here in round two, Jackson and Silva going to try to pop each other like the victor will be popping bottles here in this fourth meeting of these two MMA icons. Outside low kick by Silva.
That was one of the techniques I really thought Wanderlei would come out with. I think that low kick against Quinton. It's a lot of weight on that lead leg, but you got to be careful when you're throwing that kick not to get hit by one of Quinton's hands.
Jab by Jackson, followed by a counter right hand from Silva. 30 seconds gone here in the second. Scheduled for 3. In exchange, Silva shoving up. Now Silva and Jackson swinging for the fences. Vintage stuff from Jackson and Silva.
That right there is what everyone's expecting, Mauro.
Fisted fireworks here in Jackson. Silva already taking deep breaths here in the second round. Moving up against Jackson, who lands a left hook, just misses with the right.
Yeah. Good movement by Silva. He's seeing it. It's just a matter, you got to get your feet moving and get those legs getting you out of that range.
I remember, there's that overhand right again by Silva. Years ago in Pride, asking Silva how long he would fight. He said, hey, how long did Randy Couture fight for? The MMA Hall of Famer, who, by the way, coined the phrase atomic butt drop when Mark Hunt fought Wanderlei Silva in Pride.
He's hurt bad.
Jackson.
He is hurt bad right now, boy. That's why he's got that clinch. He needs to hold on. Quinton should actually try to pull away, open up again.
My goodness, what a crushing combination, and Silva still standing. Tie plum. Oh, and now Silva trying to fight off Jackson. Now looking for, well, thought he might go for the guillotine.
Look, we both know that Quinton can swat, and he hit Silva with a clean shot. He's still there. That's saying something about Wanderlei still having a chin.
Jackson trying to put Silva in a quiet place with his striking and midway point of the round in the fight. How do you have it so far, John?
Right now, I've got Quinton Jackson up 10-9. He's the one that landed the more damaging shots in that first round.
There was Silva in round two.
There was moments for Silva, but Quinton's the one that did the most damage, and he's doing it again.
And now Silva using lateral movement, then resetting.
Left hand gets straight through.
And here's another exchange. Jackson and Silva. Jackson with the knee. Under 2 minutes left in the round.
Silva taking a deep breath. That action's starting to catch up to him.
The action coming in waves. 1:45 left in the second. Jackson has earned his past 3 victories by decision, the longest streaks of wins in his career without a stoppage.
See, right now, when you're looking at this type of clinch, in this type of clinch, you see no one trying to take anyone down, no one trying to do any of those strikes. This is where you go, hey, work, I'm going to separate you, stop, separate the fighters, and let the action.
Right uppercuts on the inside by Jackson, and then Silva wings away.
I think Wanderlei needs to utilize his kicks a little more than he's doing. I don't know what he's feeling, but just hitting Quinton with punches is not the way to get rid of him.
Final minute of the second round as Jackson sticks the jab and gets Silva moving laterally around the cage.
See those little feints? Jackson's trying to set him up. He's trying to get him to actually explode so he can use that counter.
Jackson lands a jab. Right cross from Silva. Jackson ground and pound on Wanderlei Silva to the body. Upstairs. It's on Rampage. Rampage evens the series at 2 wins apiece. Rampage Jackson. Mamma mia!
Watch the replay here, Morrow. Jackson slides in, left hook, right hand. Both hitting him flush. Wanderlei standing there stiff because he didn't know exactly what was happening. That was not what finished him, though. That right hand right there puts him down, and then he goes after him. Wanderlei holding on to legs is not stopping the punches. Tries to get his hands up. Jackson goes after the body, head. He's just pummeling him. Beltran's telling him to move. He can't at that point. There's nowhere for him to go. And he ends the fight. Quinton Jackson, TKO victory over Wanderlei Silva. It is now even 2-2.
Let's make it official with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, he evens the score. Official time, 4 minutes, 32 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Quinton Rampage Jackson.